Hello and welcome everybody tonight to another edition of TMGeek. We are in the middle of season 2 and we have an match tonight. I am your solo host for the evening, Kevin the Philosopher Poss, and we have on the deck tonight 2 veteran players, 2 excellent players, and 2 people I am proud to call my friends, Colton Roberts versus Antonio Chavez. 2 1-2 players, but I think they play better than their records say. So let's see which one can get to 500. I know you guys don't want to hear me vamp, so let's go ahead and bring in our first competitor. He is the runner of the SuperNova show, and hence his nickname, the SuperNova Colton Roberts. How are you, friend?
Can't complain too much, I guess. It's just another day, just another time TMG. So I'm ready to get on, make my big return to TMGeek. I haven't played here since I lost to Joe. So if I lose to Antonio today, then I'm in good company because that means I've lost to some of the better players. So I can't really complain. But I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Antonio, bring the fight, man.
That I'm sure he will do. That is something I was going to bring up. Both of you have actually lost to the champ, Joe Farrelly. So that kind of, I know that kind of stings, but that is kind of something you probably wear with a little bit of, it doesn't hurt as much as if you would have lost to a lower ranked competitor. But how have you prepared as far as coming into this match or coming back into season 2 in TMGeek?
I've tried preparing the best that I can. Of course, some things you can never really prepare for. So it's all according to the day. What the questions that are asked, it might be stuff that I have no idea about. It might be stuff that I never prepared for. So we'll see how it goes. I hope the questions fall in my realm. That would be great. But if not, I understand things happen. There's 200 movies that we have to deal with in this thing. It's not like singles. There's not like a million movies. So hopefully we can do this. But
absolutely. All right. Well, that's all I have for you, Colton. I appreciate it, and we will drop you to the back for just a moment. Good luck, and we will bring forth your competitor for the evening. He is 1-2 as well, with 1 TKO towards his record. He is Antonio, the Assassin Chavez. How are you, my friend?
Good. Been looking forward to this, man. Season 2, finally. And actually forgot I was 1-2. But yeah, I was like, you brought up that I lost to Joe. I'm like, yeah, that's the last time I was here. Bit of a fuck there. But no, I'm glad to be back. Gonna see how I did today because I finally got my second dose. But feeling pretty good, So yeah, I'm happy to be back, man.
Yep. You're not only facing Colton, you're facing the second half of that Pfizer vaccine. So hopefully that doesn't affect you too much. But yeah. So yeah, your 2 losses, have come against Joe and David, the top 2 players right now in TMGeek. So that says something, I think, for sure. And then your 1 win, obviously a TKO in the tournament against Malcolm. Another good player. So, what has your preparation been like as far as coming into TMGeek?
Well, I actually agree with Cole because you can never know what to really prepare for. You watch what you can. The weird thing is, and I'm not afraid to admit it, I've been shifting between rewatching One Tree Hill from beginning to end, and then watching a geek movie, and then going back to season 3, and then season 4, and then watching another movie. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Something to show my ex got me into, and for some reason I got hooked back into it. But otherwise, man, it's always good to rewatch these kind of movies over and over again. Some of them I still haven't watched. Still got a long way to go, man. There's so many damn movies out there, but otherwise, I do the best I can to try to prepare.
It's all good, and I'm a big Gilmore Girls fan, so One Tree Hill is is no big thing.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all I got for you, Antonio. We'll go ahead and get things started. We'll bring Colton back in, and I will read you guys some rules. You guys pretty much know how things work around here. We'll get the rules pulled up for the match. So in the match, we'll get 3 repeats and 1 challenge per competitor. Try to keep your hands up and boards on screen. I'll give you a verbal warning if necessary. Speak loudly and clearly when asked. You can earn up to 31 points in the match to total, unless we go to a sudden death overtime. I will give you the round by round rules as we get to them. So let's go into round number 1. And it works like this. You can get 11 points per round in round number 1 if you get that bonus question. So we'll go 10 geek questions in random geek categories. Each question worth 1 point. You don't lose a point or anything like that for an incorrect answer. A perfect round does trigger that 1 point bonus question. Please do remember the hands up, 3 repeats, and 1 challenge per competitor, like I said. Any questions from you guys before we get started?
Nope.
All right, well, let's get things started. And since I can't pass it over to my cohort like I usually do, I will start with question number 1, which feels weird. All right, guys, good luck. And question number 1 comes in the category of Batman films. Batman. In Batman and Robin, what is the full name of the serial killer that Dr. Woodrue turns into Bane? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We'll start with Antonio.
Yeah, I know he has my name. I just forget the last name.
Colton.
We'll just go ahead and scratch that perfect round nonsense right here.
All right. He does have your name. Antonio Diego is what I was looking for. Antonio Diego. Totally I was going to say inconsequential. I mean to say not. It was a happy accident. Happy accident. All right. Moving on to category number 2, which is the Wizarding World. Wizarding World. What is the name of the magical sentient plant with a root that has human-looking qualities whose cries, when fully mature, are fatal, which we learn about in Chamber of Secrets? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. And we'll go to Colton first.
Mandrake.
And yeah.
Mandrake.
Mandrake or Mandragora is correct.
Yeah, I was never going to be able to spell that second one.
Can't show up for mine.
As we move on to category number 3, falls in the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. What type of food did the Avengers go eat after the Battle of New York in the Avengers upon Tony Stark's request? Safely say I've never had this. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We'll go to Antonio.
Considering I'm from New York, I'm surprised I haven't had this shawarma.
And Colton.
I have no idea if I spelled this correctly, but shawarma.
Pretty close. Shawarma is correct. All right, 2-2. As we move on to category number 4, which is Middle Earth. Middle Earth. Who plays Tariel the Elf in the Hobbit trilogy? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. we'll start this time with Colton.
I definitely did not spell the first name right, but I'm pretty sure it's Evangeline Lilly.
All right, and Antonio.
I thought it was Lee Pace.
It is Evangeline Lilly. That is correct.
Okay.
So Colton takes a 3-2 lead there. As we move on to category number 5, which falls in X-Men. X-Men. Or if you're Christian Harloff, X-Men. Which space shuttle did the X-Men respond to a distress signal from in X-Men Dark Phoenix?
You have to reference this movie.
Everybody's favorite X-Men film. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We'll go to Antonio.
I think I refuse to watch this movie again. Once was enough. Apollo 11, no idea.
And Colton.
I don't have it.
All right. We're looking for the space shuttle Endeavor. Endeavor.
I got that.
All right. Moving on to question number 6, which falls in the category of DCEU. DCEU, or Worlds of DC. In Birds of Prey, what is Black Mask's alter ego? I will repeat that because I stumbled a little bit. In Birds of Prey, what is Black Mask's alter ego? His civilian name. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We'll go to Colton.
Okay, I definitely misunderstood the question because I put Ewan McGregor, and that is obviously wrong.
All right. Antonio.
Isn't it Obi-Wan Kenobi? No, it's Roman Sionis.
Roman Sionis is correct to tie up the match. It is Obi-Wan. All right. Animated films is your next category. Category number 7, animated geek films. In Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, who voices Kingpin?
I think Colton froze.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like Colton froze, but we will hopefully get him back here in a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. Let's see if we can get Colton back here. And he's dropped. We'll go ahead and get your answer, Antonio.
It's Liev Schreiber.
All right. And then Colton should jump right back in. The joys of not editing, folks. Sorry about that. All right, here comes Colton.
That sucked.
No worries, buddy. All right, so did you hear the question? Is the first question.
I did.
Okay, and did you have an answer?
I didn't have enough time to even think about it. I heard the question and then was like, crap, and it went out. And
it's okay if you want. If you want to go ahead and write an answer, I'll give you time to write down an answer. But just write an answer quickly, and then I'll take your answer since you heard the question. Now I'll give you a quick countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. Go ahead.
Lawrence Fishburne.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Liev Schreiber, which Antonio did get correct. So he takes a 4-3 lead. All right.
Yep.
So moving on to question number 8, which falls in Star Wars. Nothing but Star Wars. In The Empire Strikes Back, what creature captures an unconscious Luke and eats his dead Tauntaun? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We'll go to Colton.
A Wampa.
And Antonio.
Whew, I was worried to get that wrong. Wampa.
That is correct. Wampa. All right. Category 9, your penultimate category for round number 1, comes in DC films. DC, non-DCEU. What is the name of Lex Luthor's incompetent henchman in Superman the movie? And he also does make an appearance in Superman 2. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. Start with Antonio.
Otis.
And Colton.
I can pull it.
This is correct. All right. Antonio takes a 6-4 advantage. And your final category comes in taglines. Taglines. All right. What comic book film has taglines such as "From the dark side to our side" and "In the absence of light, darkness prevails"?
Can I get a repeat?
Okay, you want to repeat? Sure. Antonio's first repeat there. In the category of taglines, what comic book film has taglines such as "From the dark side to our side" and "In the absence of light, darkness prevails"? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. And we will start with Colton.
I said The Dark Knight.
And Antonio.
Just guess 30 Days of Night.
All right. We were looking for Hellboy. Hellboy. Specifically Hellboy 04, but I would have accepted either one. All right. So that ends round number 1 with Antonio having a 6-4 advantage. Good round number 1 from both players. As we move into round number 2, I will read you your rules as I get the wheel started pull up here. 10 possible points earned on your own spin. That doesn't count the steal opportunities. 5 questions. On whatever you land on, you do get a free respin if you don't like what you land on first. Each question will be worth 2 points. If you go multiple choice, it reduces the value to 1 point. Your opponent may steal whichever point value that you miss the question on. Your opponent will get that same point value worth of the question. Your repeats and challenges are still in effect. If we get those pulled up, then I show Antonio with 2 repeats. That is correct. And Colton with 3 repeats. Just wanted to double check that. And like I said, I will go ahead and bring up the wheel now. And we will get this wheel of fate, doom, and justice upon us. All right. So, Antonio, since you do have a 2-point advantage, I will read off the categories one time. and let you decide if you'd like to spin first or defer to Colton. But your categories for this evening, in no particular order, no strengths will be read aloud, are as follows: Harry Potter, animated geek films, Star Wars, Batman, MCU, Transformers, Marvel imprints, movie release dates, and of course, spinners and opponent's choice.
I'm going to keep my strategy going that I've been doing across the families. I'm going to go first.
You're going to go first. All right. We will go ahead and get your first spin in.
It's not spinning.
It's just delayed. I was about to say. Hopefully it.
We'll
Well,
land on.
yeah. I was gonna say I don't know why it's not showing, but
No.
I promise it's spinning.
Yeah,
Oh,
let me on something.
give me 1 second. I'm gonna stop sharing, and then I'm just gonna immediately share it again. Leave it. You saw what it was on before. That way,
it was stuck on Star Wars, and then you spun it, and then I don't know what
okay.
it landed on.
So that way you saw what it was on. And so why is it doing that? All right, that's not cool. All right. I am very confused at what's going on. Give me just 1 second, guys. I don't know what's going on here. Give me a second. All right. So let me just do alt screen, share screen. There it is. All right. I was hitting the wrong thing. That is my fault. It did land on MCU. I just didn't want to reveal it until you saw it. All right.
Oh.
So that is what it landed on. I'll give you a few seconds to think about that. And if you'd like to keep those questions, or if you'd like to defer to respin.
I'll keep it. Let's not have fate again with the wheel.
Keeping, yeah, I was about to say that. Probably a good idea with the way that was going. All right, now I know what I did wrong. I hit share window instead of Chrome tab. So learn something new every day. All right. So here we go with your MCU questions, Antonio. 5 questions coming your way in that realm. Keep your hands on screen, both pairs at all times, please. And Colton, be ready for the steals. Antonio, don't forget about multiple choice.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Antonio, your first question. In Captain Marvel, what type of being is Goose?
A flirkin.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, your second question in the realm of MCU. Who directed Doctor Strange?
Scott Derrickson.
That is correct as well for 2 more points. Your third question. Going back in time in Endgame, 3 of the Infinity Stones can be found in what singular place?
New York.
New York City is correct for 2 more points. Your penultimate question in the realm of MCU. Name the villain in the MCU played by Lee Pace.
Ronan the Accuser.
That is correct for 2 more points. I think Antonio knows a little bit about the MCU. All right. Your fifth and final question in round number 2 for the MCU. In Iron Man, what is the name of the missile system Tony shows off at the beginning of the film?
The Jericho.
The Jericho system is correct for a clean sweep of the round. All 10 points going towards his points. So 16-4 is the points that I show and what we have there on the screen. So that means it's correct. All right. So your spin is now up. It is your turn to get some revenge here. Now let me get the wheel done correctly. There it is. All right. All right, Colton, you ready to spin?
Go.
All right, let's do this thing.
Oh, there it goes.
All right, we're spinning. I promise this isn't my first time. And it lands right in the middle of opponent's choice. All right. So let's go back and I'll read off what's left on the wheel. We have Harry Potter, Animated Geek, Star Wars, Batman, MCU, Transformers, Marvel imprints, and re-releases.
Transformers.
Transformers, robots in disguise, coming your way, Colton. All right.
That is so much nicer than freaking you could have been. Thank you. I would have probably like straight up just been like, congratulations on the victory if you chose Marvel.
All right. So Transformers, 5 questions coming your way, Colton, in the realm of Transformers. Are you ready, buddy?
As ready as I'm going to be.
All right. Sounds good. Question number 1. In Revenge of the Fallen, Titular plays Seymour Simmons, former agent of what recently terminated government organization?
Sector 7.
Sector 7 is correct for 2 points. All right. Question number 2. In which Transformers film will you hear the quote, "Without sacrifice, there can be no victory"?
I'm trying to figure out how to word this. The first live action Michael Bay Transformers movie.
Need a name of the film.
Oh, okay. Then just Transformers.
That is incorrect. Going to go to Antonio for the 2-point opportunity of Steve. So, in which Transformers film will you hear the quote, "Without sacrifice, there can be no victory"?
I'm going to go old school and say Transformers the movie.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for Transformers The Last Night.
Oh, good. I never saw that one.
You and a lot of other folks. All right. All right. So question number 3. In Bumblebee, what was Bumblebee's designation before he gets his titular name?
Ooh, multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, B712, B, M316, C, B127, D, G818?
A.
That is incorrect. Going to go to Antonio for the steal opportunity. I'll read the question and options. In Bumblebee, what is Bumblebee's designation before he gets his titular name? Is it A, B712, B, M316, C, B127, D, B818?
C?
C, B127 is correct. So Antonio with a 1-point steal there. Colton was right on the right track there. Just had the number mixed up. All right. Your penultimate question, Colton. In Transformers the movie, after a vicious battle, Optimus Prime is mortally wounded, leaving him to pass the matrix of leadership to what Autobot to, quote, light their darkest hour?
Let's go multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Ultra Magnus, B, Unicron, C, Galvatron, or D, Cyclonus?
Okay, D.
D, Cyclonus is incorrect. Going to go back to Antonio. In Transformers the movie, after a vicious battle, Optimus Prime is mortally wounded, leaving him to pass the matrix of leadership to what Autobot to, quote, light their darkest hour? Is it A, Ultra Magnus, B, Unicron, C, Galvatron, or D, Cyclonus?
A.
A, Ultra Magnus is correct. All right, and Colton will need to hit this last question for 2 points to remain in the game. All right, so this is big. All right, so your fifth and final question in the realm of Transformers films. In Dark of the Moon, what is the name of the spacecraft that crash lands on the dark side of the moon carrying an invention capable of ending the ongoing war between Autobots and Decepticons and is detected by NASA, thus fueling the space race on Earth?
It's the longest question I ever heard.
Yeah,
God. Nope.
You do have your repeats in 5, 4,
yeah, that's
3.
repeat the question.
All right, we'll use one of Colton's repeats here. Your first one, and I'll actually shorten this a little bit. In Dark of the Moon, what is the name of the spacecraft that crash lands on the dark side of the moon, carrying an invention capable of ending the ongoing war between Autobots and Decepticons? You can answer a repeat in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right.
I'm not going to get it, but I'll play the game some more.
No worries. In Dark of the Moon, what is the name of the spacecraft that crash lands on the dark side of the moon, carrying an invention capable of ending the ongoing war between the Autobots and Decepticons?
Congratulations, Antonio. The arc light.
Oh man. And your winner by knockout, Antonio the Assassin Chavez. Colton was so damn close though.
Really?
It is the arc. The arc.
Oh, man. I thought the arc was the freaking gate thing.
Close.
The gate from Doom?
Oh wow, that's why I was like, oh, he was right on it. All right, that's heartbreaking. Wow, that's heartbreaking. All right, I am so sorry. All right, I'm gonna drop Colton to the back. Talk to Antonio first, and then we will talk to Colton. All right, so a big statement win here for Antonio. How are you feeling about this one, buddy?
I'm just glad the vaccine didn't hold me back, especially to you.
Sure.
Round one was kind of tough, but I was just glad to still have a lead. And then now I feel like I am going to spin first going forward if I have a lead. But yeah, I was almost like, because I don't really know Colton's strengths and weaknesses that much, but I was like, Transformers, man. I'm like, some of them are barely any of them are good, so I was just like, let me just go with those. Even if I don't know them, I was like, it's going to be a difficult one no matter what. Eventually, I might have to watch them all though.
Sure, and I mean, you pounded that MCU category, nailing 10 for 10 points, and you kind of just put him in a situation where he had to fight his way out of a hole. So that was you played the game strategically, and you did what you had to do. So that puts you in a great position, 2-2 now, to climb up the rankings and put yourself up there with some of the higher ranked players. Who would you like to face, if anybody? I always like to ask that question. So you got anybody in mind?
Anyone except my boy Rob. I can't. I can't too much, but I don't know. Oh, I was Andrea's in this league, right?
Yeah.
I do want to play her because she stole my name in another league.
That is true. I saw that.
Yeah. All like, right. I know she didn't mean offense, but I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. You have to earn that name.
That's true. That's true. You got to earn the assassin name. All right. That's fair. Well, congratulations, Antonio. Definitely hope that that second injection doesn't do any harm to you.
This helps. This definitely helps.
Yeah, definitely. Get vaccinated for sure. I'm going tomorrow to get mine, so for sure. But congratulations again. We'll drop you to the back. We'll bring you back forward in just a little bit. And we'll bring Colton, our unfortunate second place finisher. So close. You just added that second word in there. So, walk me through what you're thinking. You started off with that first answer, and I was like, he may know more Transformers than we think here. But like I said, Antonio just pounded that MCU category and put you in a situation where you were just climbing uphill the entire way. So, what's going through your mind, and what's up?
Man, I remember the arc being something important, but I swore it was the name of like the pillars that transported Cybertron to Earth. So I thought it was a play on that. So that's why I went with that. I knew the arc was something to do with that movie. I've literally watched those movies in like the last year because my kids love them and I hate them. Like, man, it's really frustrating. Like going down to multiple choice, and like if you ever paid attention to how I had my board, like I had A through D wrote out, and I would scratch off the ones I knew were not correct, and I'd get them down to the 2. I would choose the wrong one, and Antonio would choose the right one, and so it's really frustrating. Like I know I had talked to you about stepping away before this match, and this definitely solidified things for me. This was, like you say, second place finisher. That I was a big loser here, and I gotta work on that. And I don't. Nope. I talked to you about stepping away, and I'm gonna do that until which time when I think I can raise my performance up to where I think it should be. But like I've told you before, I'll totally help you call matches and stuff. But playing right now is just not in the cards for me.
Understandable. I mean, I respect that decision from you, and I hate to see you go for sure. I like I said in the previous conversation, I don't want that to be the case, but I totally respect your decision, and you're more than welcome always back with TMGeek, whether it be on the desk, writing questions, just, chatting back and forth, or if you want to come back and play, you're always welcome. So we love you. We love having you here, and love having the SuperNova show on TMG. So we love you around here, and I think you're an awesome player. You just had a couple of strokes of bad luck, but you'll come back a stronger player, I believe. You just gotta put in the work that you need, and you'll find yourself as a player, and I do believe that. So thank you for that, and we'll see you moving forward one way or another, like you said, on this side of the desk or on the other side. All right, buddy. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, guys, that was Antonio versus Colton. Antonio comes out with the big win tonight. Unfortunately, Colton couldn't get it done, but we hate to see Colton step away from Geek for a little while, but hopefully we'll see him back maybe this season, maybe not, but we'll see what happens. It is a long season still to go. With that being said, I do want everybody to tune in at 9 o'clock after this airs for the third rookie brawl, which will include Brittany Tapley, Abel DeLu, and Tyler Birch. Those are our three competitors that will be playing. That should be an awesome matchup. I don't know a whole lot about them as far as their competitive, their skill levels, but I know at least one of them is in another Geek League, and a couple others have played before. So I'm interested to see how that turns out. And if you haven't checked out any of the other rookie brawls or the other season 2 matches, please go check those out as well. I have been your host for the evening, Kevin the Philosopher Poss. Check us out on TMG Trivia, and we will see you next time. Keep geeking out.